From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
You know, we've been very fortunate along the immediate coast to see some of that clearing through the afternoon, but we're starting the morning off with fog in many areas, burning off in the afternoon, and really overall I expect that trend to continue with the morning fog and then burning off in the afternoon. That's pretty typical. But overall, we just don't expect any big changes well into next week, and highs will mainly be below normal for the inland areas and for Trinity County. And we're going to be warming up toward the end of next week, though. And could be, you know, a bigger warm up than we've seen for a while, but certainly not a major heat wave heading our way. Here's what our north coast is looking like here for your Sunday. Temperatures slowly increasing up to the upper 80s inland, and we'll probably be somewhere in the low 60s for those daytime highs on the coast. And how about Trinity County? Also that gradual increase, a cool start to the day, but we're getting up into the low to maybe even some mid 90s for some of the warmer spots this afternoon. So that heat is continuing to dive down to the south and east. And that's going to be the cooling trend that we do expect to see here after Monday. Temperatures will start to kind of drop a bit. Then by the end of next week, we're going to see that heat stay there. But this heat is going to start to work its way northward. And we're going to see an increase in our temperatures toward the end of next week into that next weekend. Now, notice the main bubble of heat is still over Southern California, but it is expanding into our region, and that's why our temperatures will increase. Now, the reason why this probably won't build right on top of us, I expect this cooler air to ride eastward and keep that heat really from penetrating us too much. Here's your visibility forecast, basically looking at the fog, right? So we take you into this afternoon, we get to see some clearing out there. So it should be partly cloudy skies in many cases here. By tomorrow morning, we're seeing that fog return. You can see the lower visibility, especially up to the north, and then it clears out. Now, it doesn't look like it's going to be completely dense fog along the entire coast the next few days, but just some of that patchy fog out there. And then you can see, clearing for Monday afternoon. Now, how about those wave heights? Well, let's take you through this afternoon. They're going to increase just a tad. Now we take you into Monday, they'll probably increase just a little bit as well. So we are going to be looking at increasing wave heights, and most likely we'll start to see more small craft advisory and gale warnings as we progress over the next 24 to 48 hours. Now, here's a marine forecast. Winds for today will be from the northwest at 5 to 15 knots. Your waves from the northwest at 4 feet at 6 seconds, and from the southwest at 2 feet at about 14 seconds. There you can see your high tide will be at about noon today at 4:18 tomorrow, this afternoon that is. And of course, no advisories at this point, but again, I think that's going to change here later on today. Here's what we have for today, though. Temperatures in the low 90s for Trinity Center, for Weaverville, for Hayfork, a bit cooler en route at about 86. Temperatures struggling to reach that 90-degree mark inland, and for the coast, looking at those temperatures in the low 60s, warming up as you start heading inland. All right, so take a look at the trend here. So here's Hoopa and Weaverville. See how the temperatures are increasing for your Monday, right? And then they start to drop by Thursday. So we see that peak of that cooling trend on Thursday, and then they go back up. In fact, in the mid 90s for Hoopa and the upper 90s for places like Weaverville. And for the coast, we're not going to see that same trend. We're going to keep those temperatures mainly in the low 60s, and you've got partly cloudy skies, partly to mostly cloudy skies really, because we'll start off with morning clouds, and especially the next few afternoons, including today, we will see that afternoon clearing with overnight lows in the upper 50s.